Evolutions is an odd one. We're going to talk about box prices, card prices. I've got a lot of numbers to throw at you guys today, so let's just jump into things, shall we? Hello, beautiful people. Captain Zach Sparrow here. I hope you're having a great day today. As you can see, some things might start getting a little bit more naked back there. I'm starting to parse stuff out. Would that be the right adjective? I don't know if it is actually. Don't look that up for me. So, box prices right now for Evolutions, they're crawling all over the place, but I'm seeing a lot of prices are in the $600 to $700 range right now, which is very interesting. You can see box prices all the way into the 500s up to like 750. I think I saw one sold just above 800 bucks the other day, but you're really looking at about that $600 to $700 range right now, which is very interesting because the box prices are not dropping like other boxes are. It's very bizarre. It's really weird, especially with all of these PSA slabs coming back right now. You've got all these graded Evolutions cards that are coming back, but the box prices are they're not doing this as much as the card prices are. It's like the two entities are separate. Now, I'm not saying they're entirely separate. They're definitely connected, and whenever you see prices start to move up or down, you can see that reflected in box prices. And also, they're not always tied together either. The older that they get, they tend to historically separate, right? It only makes sense. For example, if you've got 100 base set boxes left in the world, base set first edition boxes left, the prices of the cards aren't always going to impact that fixed amount of 100 base set boxes, right? Especially so if there's only 10 boxes left, or if there's only 5 boxes left, there are going to be more cards. Does that make sense? I think a lot of you guys get that. So I just wanted to throw that out here again, because I know, again, we're getting just new people coming in as well. And oh man, Pokemon's not as exciting to talk about now because not everything goes to the moon in a day now. But what I really wanted to touch on was the pricing for this. Zach, do you think the box prices are going to continue to lower? Are they going to climb? Who knows, right? Yes, I think box prices will continue to decline, especially now that we're really starting to see the real market come out now. Now that everyone's kind of jumped in, dipped their toes in the water, and now they've pieced out at this point. They made their quick couple of flips, and now they're out. For the big boy card for Evolutions, the PSA 10 Charizard Holo, like the OG card essentially, that card sold for $7,500 at the peak, like November of last year, 2020. That card sold for $7,500, and that was a huge price spike. Like 3 months ago, back in September, I saw that card go for $750. From $7,500 to $750, that's a 90% drop off. Imagine putting your money in a bucket and 90% of it disappearing. Now, again, this is an investment in a collectible. It's an asset, potentially. Imagine buying the $7,500 card, though. So the question that you have to ask yourself now, when you see all of these cards coming in, and that was back in September, the PSA pop count back in September, I remember for Evolutions Charizards, for that holo card, was 300. The PSA count, PSA 10 pop count, was 300 Charizards back in September. Now, it's just over 330, like 332. I just looked. That doesn't seem like a big difference on the surface. Just when you look numbers-wise, that's a 10% increase. So the population count, this is what the whales look at. That's a 10% increase on that particular card, okay? So that's a 10% increase, meaning the value, therefore, should have decreased. Well, I'm seeing cards now, again, we're talking about the PSA 10 Evolutions Charizard Holo. That's the only card I'm talking about right now. That card has increased in price. I just saw one sell 2 weeks ago for $2,350. Zach, what's going on here? Exactly. No one knows what's going on. No one knows where Evolutions is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going up? It's doing all of that at once. No one knows how to price Evolutions accurately. So as an investor, and I'm talking about this strictly monetarily, if you like the set, whatever, go ahead and buy it whenever you want. You don't even need to watch any of these videos. But what I would do at this point is take a wait and see approach. So do I think that tomorrow we're not going to see any more Evolutions cards come back from PSA? No, I definitely think we're going to see a lot. I think there's a lot more Evolutions cards yet to hit the market for months, like literal months yet. So I would definitely be taking a wait and see approach on those card prices. Now, I'm not saying the person who bought that Charizard for $2,350, I'm not saying that that was technically a bad investment either. It makes a little bit more sense if you think about it this way. And I'm not saying it was a great investment, but I'm not saying it was necessarily a bad investment either. It's a bit more nuanced than that, right? So what I would be looking at would be, and here's the thing, from an investment, again, strictly looking at investments wise, when I'm building out a portfolio, like when I'm talking about stocks and saying, okay, should I put $2,300, I don't care who you are, $2,300, that's a chunk of change. You can buy quite a few things with that. You buy, again, 2,300 McChickens with that, right? So that $2,300, $2,350, I could put that in an IRA, okay? So instead of putting that in that IRA, I put that in my collectibles portfolio. That's okay, but what kind of return would I want to see on something like that? Let's project 6 years out. Everyone talks about 3, 5, 10. Let's project 6 years out from now. I would want to see that card hit about $4,100. $4,163 is what I would want to see that number hit after 6 years. That would be the equivalent of me putting that money in the S&P 500 during that time and me seeing a 10% compounded annual growth. Now we're talking about compound interest there in that specific scenario. So if I'm talking about that card price increasing, I would need to see a 77% simple interest increase on that card. Are you still with me? So we're talking about simple interest in that case. So I would want to see a 77% increase on the card price that I currently bought in order to compare that to the stock market if I see 10% compounded annually. So that's kind of the benchmark there. Usually just for rule of thumb, it depends how long you set your sights out on, because the longer out that you wait, the more compound interest works in your favor. So if you're working in a shorter time frame, which 6 years when you're talking about retirement is a very short period of time, I would want to see somewhere in the ballpark of 50 to 100% simple interest increase of what I think that card's going to be worth in about 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, I want to see 50 to 100% simple interest increase on that whatever, that comic book, that card, Playboy, whatever floats your boat, right? So the next thing that I would want to look at as well would be the box prices. They're acting different. I expected them to act different. I made a wacky little thing at the end of one of the live streams. I forget which one it was, where at the end of it I said, I don't think Evolutions is going to tank as much as everyone else is saying it is. Now, that's still really early. The market clearly doesn't have really any pricing figured out right now. And when you see outliers like this, and I'm not saying that $2,350 Charizard card 2 weeks ago was priced accurately. I don't think it was priced accurately. Do I know what that price is though? I don't. I wish I did, or else I would be buying them right now if I think. Now, in short, to kind of summarize all of that, what I would want to be looking at would be that $2,350 card. They sold for $7,500. Now, that was the peak. Now, again, though, you're looking at about $5,000 as a realistic benchmark in price memory. I don't care what anyone says. I'll fight them to the end of the days. When it comes to this, price memory is a real thing. There have been studies shown on this time and time again, and my own anecdotal self as well. I totally have that baked into my price projections on what I would be willing emotionally to let something go as. So I'm just saying right now, I think that Evolutions PSA 10 Charizard, this is my opinion. I'm not saying take this as the gospel. If you want my opinion, here it is. I think that PSA 10 Evolutions Charizard card for for the pop count, for how difficult it is to get there. Over 10,000. It's over 9,000. There are close to 11,000 PSA 9 copies of that card. There are 330 PSA 10s. That is how it's an incredibly difficult card to grade. I'm sure most of you know. In case you didn't, there's that information. But that's an incredibly difficult card to grade. It's one of the more popular sets of all time. It's one of the most heavily printed sets of all time. It's a really big set when you look at it. It was very impactful. Whether you personally like the set or not, take a step back and be a market observer rather than a market timer or someone wanting to emotionally invest. That's not a good way to make money. Now, you can time things in the Pokemon market. I absolutely believe in that. But I'm just saying, take a step back. Zoom out when you look at the big picture here. I think those PSA 10 slabs are going to be hitting $5,000 again. Again, I have nothing to prove that to you. I can't say anything other than price memory, as well as the rareness of that particular card with a particular set. And when I talk to people, again, that's just my 2 cents there. I have no data suggesting here's why it's going to. No one has that. No one has a formula saying this card is going to hit here. I can tell you that it's hit there before, and I truly believe that it's going to hit there again. So do I think that $2,350 purchase was a bad pickup? I don't really. Do I think that the cards will continue to decline right now and I don't think that the market has it figured out? Yes. Do I think that that card won't move for years potentially? Maybe. Do I think 6 years from now that we could see different prices? Now, do I think that that card will be worth $4,100 or $5,000 6 years from today? Who knows, right? Do I think it'll be worth more than it is now? Yes. Again, these are all things that you have to keep in mind when you're looking at all of these PSA cards coming back. And the more expensive a card gets, the more difficult it becomes to realize that potential percentage increase. So hopefully I didn't lose too many of you there on that. I know a lot of you are very smart and you're right there with me. So I wanted to throw out my 2 cents on that for you, gals and girls. Gals and girls, well, there you go. That's not stereotyping my audience. I don't know what is. I'm so weird. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. This is why I had to edit my videos so much at the beginning, because I just say stupid stuff. But I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I love evolutions. I'm biased toward the set. Do I have personal PSA 10 Charizard holos sitting around and I want the No, I don't actually. So there you go. There's me pulling back the curtain on that for you. No, I don't. I'm not specking in the cards right now. But after researching some of this information for this video for you guys, I was looking at it and thought, you know what? I might want to pick some cards up like that. It makes a little bit more sense when you look at it that way. Who knows? We'll know, right? 5-10 years from now, it'll be interesting to look back on this and say, you know what? That Zach guy was totally wrong. Who knows? But yeah, it's always fun videos. Just talking about evolution, just talking about the market right now. Do I see any outliers in the market? Absolutely. I see outliers still. I still think you guys should be absolutely. You know what? I think I'm going to upload this video today. I'm going to do a today. So with the PWCC auction closing off tomorrow, I haven't looked lately. With PWCC closing off that auction tomorrow, what I'm trying to say is there's so many opportunities right now. I would be capitalizing on them if I were an investor collector. I think right now is a fantastic time to be picking up all of these things. Not everything across the board. Look at the population count. Look at where the price is right now. Go to PokemonPrice.com and look at what it's historically done. Look at where the price is at currently. And if you can get it for a great price, I think that could be a huge win, and it could make sense to fit into your portfolio. But hey, what do I know? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe and watch another one of my videos. And until next time. I literally just described this as a Marnie milker to my wife when she asked me what it was. I need to not do that.